Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished virtual audience, dear partners and startup community. Welcome to the 2020 edition of the Startup Answers Prishtina, the Tech Boost program Demo Day chapter. After 8 weeks of intensive mentoring, startups are prepared for the biggest event of the Tech Boost program of this year. The Demo Day is where startups will pitch and showcase their business model before an audience of mentors, experts, and potential investors, probably renowned accelerator, the Startup Wise Guys, and also ICK community. During these 8 weeks, the activities organized include 5 groups of workshops and 78 one-on-one sessions hosted by local mentors here in Prishtina, 3 groups and workshops with 28 one-on-one sessions hosted by the international mentors, 3-day platform perform workshop hosted by Stoyan Yankov, and also ongoing access to webinars and workshops via the Startup Wise Guys platform. Topics were covered during these workshops include value proposition canvas, the financial management, the setting price, pitching, investment management, go-to-market strategy, positioning criteria, mapping competition, fundraising, marketing, selling, and scratching and presenting the first version of MVP. 7 startups involved in this program will validate their business ideas and receive a final guidance before preparing to pitch in a bigger regional conference, which will be announced very soon. Wishing the best of luck to our startups, Lifestyle Diagnostics, Common Store, Small Bite, Sync Code, Stress-Free Corner, Probleme.me, and Furniture to Buy. The Tech Boost program is powered by the European Fund for Southeast Europe, Entrepreneurship Academy, in partnership with the Startup Wise Guys. Startup Answers, the event that will take place today, which is a hybrid event, with some of our community being present here at ICK and also live stream on our Facebook page, is a free event which brings together a vibrant mixture of early-stage startups, entrepreneurs, mentors, and investors. During the event, 7 founders, now 6, will have the chance to pitch their biggest challenge to our community and receive valuable feedback. If you're an entrepreneur and struggling with your startups, this is the place where you get the feedback from our community. So let's meet up and help solve startup challenges and help entrepreneurs accelerate by sharing your knowledge. Without further ado, I would like to invite Ms. Amra Omeragic for a few words on behalf of EFSE Entrepreneurship Academy. Hello, Amra. The mic is yours.
In a physical event in Prishtina, it's very nice to see people gathering together again this year. Very nice to see that. Yes, I'd like to welcome the...
Like you said, we are the proud partners of this program together with Startup Wise Guys. I hope that you have had a successful 8 weeks of this program, that you have learned a lot. It's great to see that you have graduated. You have had the exposure to local, but also to international mentors, which we try to bring together to you. Thanks to also our partner in Prishtina, which is ICK. Without further keeping you, I wish you all the luck. I'm very excited to hear the final pitches today and looking forward to that. Thank you.
Also for your support and continuous commitment towards helping our entrepreneurship here in Kosovo. Now, on behalf of the Startup Wise Guys, I would like to invite Mr. Cristobal Alonso for a few words.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually, as Ambra says, it's strange to see people in a physical event. So very happy that you guys can manage to see each other. But I'm also very happy to see our virtual mentor and supporters community here. Excited to hear everybody pitching. As we always said, excited to support the West Balkans, to support ICK, to support Kosovo. This is just the beginning of the journey. So take our challenges, our questions as a way to learn where people that still don't understand, where people still challenge, and move forward. With that, 5 to 10 years ahead of you, if you're successful. So, be patient. We will be here still 5 to 10 years to support you if needed. and I'm happy that some of you become role models for others to follow and to take advantage of these initiatives, these programs, to help you scale your values. And remember always, community is giving you something, give back to your community when you have the chance. Because what you get from mentors, from coaches, you should be a mentor and a coach in the future, because you will be learning in your journey the same thing that you are being coached today. So good luck. Remember, we'll challenge you, take it positively, move forward, be safe, but don't stop running these days.
Mr. Alonso, now I will also introduce some of our international mentors who will be giving their feedback today virtually. So I'm also sorry if I misspell some of the names and surnames. So we have Cristobal Alonso, we have Günce Onur, we have Patrick Collins, Uldris Zeydurs, and Lauma Gailite. And also would like to introduce local mentors and experts and community friends, including Vigar Ramadani, Jeta Zagrodzia, and Besart Konushevci. So before we continue with the pitches, I would also like to let the in-person audience here know about the folders they have received at the entrance. So you have 7 feedback papers, and you should take notes and just feedbacks for every startups that is going to pitch. So you just write your name, your email address, your company. On Startup on Stage is a startup pitching for the moment, and then during their presentation, just keep some notes and on what kind of feedback you're going to give, and then you can choose in the bottom of the paper if the startup may contact directly to discuss possible collaborations, or you just think the startup should get in touch with an ex-person you think that might be helpful for their future development in the future. And then at the end, we are going to select the best pitch and also the best concept. This will be during the final phase of today's event. Now, pitch time. Inviting here for the first pitch, Blin Agovci of Furniture to Buy. Blin, you have 3 minutes, and then we have 3 minutes Q&A, and then plus extra 5 minutes for giving us time to fill in out the feedback form. Good luck. And you have the stopwatch on your screen.
Furniture to buy. So the problem that we all have when we try to buy furniture is that most of the stores are not digitalized, and there is not a single platform where you can search for the whole market in one place. Furniture to Buy offers a simple solution. It's a centralized online platform of furniture stores. This way the stores will be exposed to the online market, which will lead to more potential customers. They will also have better marketing, and it will save a lot of time because everything will be handled online. We have 2 types of customers. The first one are furniture manufacturers, and the second one are the furniture stores. We also have some competition, but they don't offer the features like we do because they are not specific platforms for the furniture industry. We have some advantages. We're going to be the first one of its kind in the market. We also have the option to search and filter based on the store or the product that you are looking for. Also, each store will have its own portfolio, and the stores can chat directly through with the users through our platform. The market size is more than 100 million annually here in Kosovo, and Furniture to Buy gets 3% of every transaction made through the platform. These are the next steps for the 2021 year. On the first quarter, we aim to get partners on board, and the first release of the MVP is going to be on the 3rd quarter of 2021. Because of the dynamic lifestyle that we are living today, and because of the pandemic, everything is going online. So now we think that it's the best time for Furniture to Buy to reach the market. This is the team. There are 3 of us. We met at university about 6 years ago, and we have worked together since then. And today we're looking for 25k euros in funds, so we can finish the development of the MVP and reach the market next year. And if you want to get in touch with us, here are the details. Please feel free to contact us. And now I would be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you, Jim. So I would first like to invite our virtual mentors from the Startup Wise guys, if they have any question before we continue with the local experts here.
Can I ask to join my 2 other members?
Yes, please.
Microphone.
Minutes. Please start the clock for the Q&A session. Virtual community. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go with the local experts. Yeta has a question.
Good presentation, Dan. What are you? Oh. Understand wrong? Yeah, per live. Okay, sure. Great presentation. How do you hope to differentiate the idea? Is there? Do you hope to do that by the technology you're developing, or are you seeking to also employ something that's ready-made, maybe? And then bring in kind of the business side of bringing partners and furniture buyers and sellers together.
We are only specific for the furniture industry, so we tend to get partners on board like big or small businesses, because most of them are not digitalized. They are only digitalized the big stores. So we tend to get them on board, and if anyone in Kosovo wants to buy furniture, we want to make a platform and a brand that they will feel familiar to look. So if anyone in Kosovo wants to look for furniture, they're going to come to our platform. And our advantage is that we are the first one in Kosovo that's going to reach the market with this idea.
If I may, just a follow-up question.
Okay.
The 25K that you're seeking to
Okay.
invest, is that to have people on the field to bring more businesses in, or to develop the technology?
We thought that we need that kind of money for marketing campaigns to develop the MVP and to hire some key staff, for example, some salesperson, so he could bring us on board more furniture stores.
I was interested to know about your customers, because you said the customers are the furniture, the manufacturers and the furniture houses. But was the incentive for those customers and for the end user to come into your platform? For example, I want to buy something, and what's the incentive for me to come to your platform in one hand, and what's the incentive for the businesses that you want to?
So there are many people here in Kosovo, many clients who don't want to buy something that it's already made. They want to design their own furniture, so they go directly to the furniture manufacturers. So they they sell only by what the client ordered. So we thought that it's the best idea to connect the manufacturers and also to connect the stores which sells their own furniture to connect it to our platform. So me as a client, I can order my own furniture to a manufacturer, or I can buy something that is already made from a store.
It's time. Thank you, Jane, and the Furniture to Buy team. Now we have 5 minutes to fill in feedback for the first pitch. Thank you and good luck. Ndërkohë dhe ju tjerët që nuk jeni pjesë e startupit parë, mundi më shkruaj feedbackin për kolegët e juaj. Po, kena mi vjerë në fund që atë edhe i lexojmë gjatë periudhës e networking. Po i marrin se cili collect vetat edhe i ruajnë. Kështu që shkrimi i lexueshëm. A do një laptop? Jeni marrë shumë feedbacke i kolegëve dhe kolegë tjerë. So stress-free corner, Saranda Reja, get ready to pitch in like 3 minutes. Eddie. The second entrepreneur to pitch, so please welcome on stage Ms. Saranda Reja of Stress Free Corner. Good luck.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Saranda and today I represent Stress Free Corner, an online platform that aims to help individuals and companies to identify stress points and create mechanisms for managing overall stress. The prevalence shows that up to 80% of people will have mental health conditions at some points in their life. 8 in 10 employees do not seek treatment because of their fear and shame, and 62% of missed working days can be attributed to mental health conditions. Therefore, our platform is designed to support its clients through 3 main services: by providing an opportunity to test their stress level, providing online individual sessions, and podcast webinars and group trainings. This would solve the problem of stigma because it is anonymous, it is a safe and secure place to seek the proper mental health treatment, which this supportive environment would support to identify mechanism and to reduce workplace stressors. That leads to a higher productivity and sustainability at work. Furthermore, the stress management researches would support policymakers and mental health reforms overall. Our customers are clients and companies prone to high stress level, working in banking industry, insurance companies, information communication companies, organizations, and hospitals. So we are the first stress management platform in Albanian language. It is a well-developed platform with 24/7 availability. Our competitor is Stress Management Society. We have estimated a total income for 2021 by reaching both clients in international and local market. It's 64,000 euro, and we are going to launch next month. Nowadays, the need is highly increased because of the pandemic, and the mental health programs are in high demand, both in national and international level. Our next goals are to provide toolkits to support mental health at workplace, tailored training programs for different companies and institutions. We are a team of 4, each specialized in its field. We are asking to invest in marketing, to promote the platform, and to organize stress management conference, 30K. The amount will be split 45% to acquire individual users, 25% group training users, and for the subscribers for webinar, podcast, and conference, 20% each. Here are my contacts, and thank you for your presence.
Thank you, Saronda. Now we invite Startup Wise guys for their feedback and question and answers as well.
2 questions. Why always Albania? First question.
One, what's the business model? But what is the business model?
It is unique, because reach market in international market. So it will acquire clients, Albanian community in international market. This is what it makes unique, and it gives a higher opportunity to gain the market easier. And the second question was that business model. We will present 3 products that are, the first is the core products, the actual products, and another one is to added value that will reach the target in overall to increase the well-being and to increase the sustainability in their working place. So there are 3 products that we'll provide to our customers.
Any other questions from our online mentors?
If I can jump in. Hi, my name is Lauma. I wanted to ask who helped you draft the program to validate the mentors, and what I feel usually these mental health programs kind of stop at finding enough professionals to provide this help. How do you override that?
I'm the psychotherapist and psychologist too, that is trying to transform herself into an entrepreneur. That's why I have designed this platform to provide and to seek more also the other communities, not only my clients that I do provide in a daily basis. Therefore, this platform will reach a higher community and across the borders.
Questions? From the online session, now I would like to jump to our in-person community.
Very well presentation and very interesting topic. My question is, why did you decide to make it in Albanian? Why, or have you thought of making it in English or other languages so you can make it accept or available to a much larger market? My question would be, how do you plan to scale? Because based on your numbers that you presented, I saw that you forecasted a 64,000 euros on your revenues. But do you have a plan or a model that would just scale this another level or?
The platform will be in 2 languages, both in Albanian and in English. But I mentioned because it's unique, because it's the first one in Albanian language. Therefore, it will contain, as you have the chance to see based on my presentation, we have in our team that are experts, not only Albanians, there are also international experts. That's why I want to have these products that will be able for different categories, not only to provide the the core product, which is to provide online sessions like I do, but it's more to extend my support and to present all those products in a wider range. That's why this platform is 24/7 available, so clients can reach in any time from everywhere. They can get the support and assistance they need.
Thank you so much. Now we have like 5 minutes to fill in the feedback forms, and we'll get back to the third presentation, which will be held online by Vesa Salihu of Common Store. Time for the third presentation, and we invite virtually Vesa Salihu of Common Store. Vesa, you have 3 minutes. Good luck.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can everyone?
Oh, we can see it now.
Okay, sorry.
Good.
Okay. Hi, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Hi everyone, I'm Vesa, and today I'm presenting my team for the project called Common Store. So Common Store is a e-commerce platform that offers the exchange of vintage and secondhand clothes for women and men through multiple third-party vendors. The services that we are going to provide on the platform are selling, buying, and consignment. So basically, it's a marketplace for vintage goods. When me and my team initially started to developing this idea earlier on March, there were only 50 to 60 home boutiques who operated from their homes. And now, because we are living in these unprecedented times, there are this number flourished to 700 and is growing every minute. All of these 700 boutiques are not even registered, are not informed about most fundamental laws and taxes to our country. Also, their capacities are very low. Up until now, jobs for young people have been limited, and for the ones that were on the market was mostly labor work. Our platform will be an indirect employer where everyone would work for themselves and make executive decisions for their own boutique. Considering the age groups here in Kosovo, the structure of population, and the brand identity that the Common Store will bring, the main target are the Generation Z and the millennials. This project aims to encourage youth, emancipate women with a focus on marginalized groups as well. So besides the major social impact, one of the most important objectives that we aim is raising awareness and breaking the stigma of reuse clothes, which will have a remarkable effect on decreasing textile waste. That from the later research that we did, we were shocked that 7% of the landfills globally is overflowing with textile waste. We will ensure the brand recognition, brand loyalty, and gain customers insights by developing focused content relevant to audience of traditional and social media. The promotion will be divided in B2C and B2B, and will also be supported by other local creative artists and celebrities. At the local is very low. Different individuals and thrift shops that sell secondhand clothes are not well curated and are not consistent with their materials and quality. Compared to our platform that will have a selection criteria of the products and also for the buyers a more convenient way to buy. Our team consists of 3 members: me, Shant, who is the founder and director, and Modestina, she is a project manager. Now we are in the phase of developing the MVP, that will be finished. It's planned to be finished this month. So to develop for features, more features for the website, we will need the extra funding to cover all the expenses that we have, also human resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Vesa. Now we are inviting our online mentors for their question, and if they have any question.
How will you acquire the first 5,000 users? Is that going to be basically without paid marketing, I assume? How are you going to do that?
Sorry?
What is your go-to-market? So what is your go-to-market strategy from users' point of view? How are you going to acquire the first 5,000 users?
Well, there are 700 users that are operating from their homes, and it's growing every day. So how are we going to do it? Firstly, by social media, by Instagram, because all these users that we're going to target, mostly they sell their clothes on Instagram, and then also traditional media, of course, and having trainings and events before we launch the platform.
So who is your customer and who is your user? Because I think I'm a bit confused here.
Customer and buyer, customers and buyers, we target this as Gen Z, the Generation Z, as I mentioned before in the slide. So as we can see, this is presented the age structure of Kosovo. As we can see, the millennials and Gen Z have as the biggest here in Kosovo. So this is our target.
Hi, Lisa. I do have a question. I would like for you to talk a bit more about competition. So, and not just locally, so maybe in terms of scaling. So when you do go abroad, what about the big players on the market that are already there? And some of them are already unicorns. So.
Yeah, that is true. But when we talk about regional competition, it's still very low. So even if our platform tends to be more user friendly, to have more like better user experience, and we're gonna also educate the sellers on how to do the sales from. How to do the photographs, descriptions, so also the buyers have a better experience when entering in our website. Regarding the local competition, there isn't any platform that sells only clothes, secondhand clothes. There are some, as one of entrepreneurs mentioned, like Mariep, but they are not well curated, and the keywords, the tags, they are all wrong. So it's not a better experience for the user. So what we're trying to do is to have a better design, a lower commission than other platforms. And yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. One quick follow-up question. So do you have a strategy for how you are going to fight and win over Vinted?
Yes, now that we're...
Okay, thank you very much. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, please, our local mentors.
Besides the fact that there's the two groups of millennials and Gen Z are mostly concentrated because of the demographic of our population, how else do you define your target market that you're approach with priority? What are the other personas? Have you looked into that?
Yeah. Well, as we know, not a lot of people buy online clothes here in Kosovo, especially those that are below 40 to 50 years old, they don't go online and buy clothes. So we and as we see on Instagram, there are a lot of shops that are buying, that are selling online, and that for us is like a big, it's like a big feedback that we see that every time I go in a shop in Instagram, I can see that their sales go like they sell their clothes for 2 to 5 minutes, and it's really big. And we want that our target to be Generation Z. As we also got some data from other countries that who buys more online and who buys more secondhand. So this is the same like in Kosovo. There are like millennials and Gen Z.
Targeting 1.1 million people at first, and I'm asking if you've broken that down further, because you're basically targeting, from what I'm counting quickly, kind of like 1.1 million people on Generation Z and millennials. So are there other criteria that you are looking to apply to narrow down your target to get there more efficiently, probably?
First we're gonna now that we're developing the MVP, we're gonna do the alpha and beta testing. So from that, we're gonna have more insights. We're gonna send the MVP not only to Generations Z and millennials, but our target is millennials, and all the marketing and all the other and sales are gonna be based on our target, that is millennials and Gen Z. So after the MVP, we're gonna have a more clearer picture of how should we continue.
Yes, I don't want to lose time, so I'll ask a quick question. What is your perspective on the commission that you take from the sellers in your platform or from the buyers? One thing, and how this will scale, knowing that secondhand stuff usually costs quite cheap, and it's not that you can get a high margin from that. Can you explain that, please?
The commission is from 10% to 40%. So it's going to be like from the buyers. When you sell an item, the fee, the total transaction of the fee is we're gonna take like 10% of that commission. So every purchase is it's gonna be 10% when you administrate your own account. If we do the pictures and administrate your account and you bring only the clothes, it's gonna go up till up to 40%. So we just started to design some bundles. So yeah.
Thank you, Faleminderit Vesashum. Good luck. Now we have 5 minutes to fill in our... And we invite Mr. Genza Bozi of Small Bite to get ready for the fourth pitch. Okay, now it's time for the fourth pitch. Mr. Genta Bozi of Small Bite.
Hello, my name is Genta Bozi, and today I will show you the solution to a problem that every one of us has. The average person spends around 3 hours and 15 minutes per day using their phone. That translates to more than 1,000 hours per year lost, hours we cannot get back. We developed an app that lets people monetize their time with no effort needed. Our clients will use our app in order, at the same time they use other apps to view ads that are relatively small and require a small portion of the screen, so they can monetize their time and use their phone the way they want. This is a win-win scenario because ad providers can better their personalized ads and at the same time will increase their reach, and also our users will generate revenue. We all know that there were plenty of attempts made to make this possible, but what differs us from the rest is that what we like to call the billboard analogy. Using our client's device as a billboard and not getting in their way is our breakthrough. not bothering our clients is what makes us unique. Every phone user is our potential client, but we want to target people who are unemployed, people who are young and need extra money, people who need us. We already developed the Android version of this app, and it's actually on Google Play Store. It's fully functional. And we want to do it now because advertising is going online, and we need to act fast. This pandemic showed us that everything can be digitalized. And adding here the economic factor, we see that now it's the right time for this app to be spread. Smallbyte was founded by me and my twin brother Genta Boze in 2019. It all started as a problem we saw in ourselves, and then we went through this journey to find out what we think was the best solution to this problem. We need an ad company who wants to grow with us, who wants to increase their reach in ads and also better their personalized ads. We also need $57,500 so we can actually jump into the next stage, which is iOS development and launching, and also making a big marketing campaign to attract our users. Thank you for your time. I'm Geta Boze from Smallbyte, and feel free to ask any questions.
Thank you. Now it's turn for the Startup Wise guys, our online mentors.
There's no money to pay for your service. This is a very interesting target. Can you explain further?
Our clients will not have to pay. Our ad providers will pay for our clients. Since I mentioned the billboard analogy, everyone wants to put up a big billboard of their product. So if they do that in our app, they can actually spread it more efficiently with the personalized ads in general.
About efficiency, personalization, can you throw some numbers, or is just all big empty words?
I didn't understand the
efficiency. Which efficiency are you improving? Have you done
test? You said you're running already your app. So can you tell me right now a bit about what is your feeling ad feeling? How many ads are you feeling today with your app? How much is being used? Anything about your users, your traction?
Yeah, we don't have an ad company who is partnered up with us yet. We tried Google AdSense, but since it's the pandemic, we are having a hard time contacting them. So that's what we need right now.
First of all, are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Could you please explain more your background and previous experiences?
I'm a developer right now, striving to be a software engineer in the future. And we've started this project since 2018, but in 2019 we joined ICK. Yeah, we have the MVP, which is functional, but all we need is an ad provider right now for it to work in the Android version.
Local mentors?
Thank you.
Presentation. How it works? Do I go into the app and see the ads, or you pop them up in my smartphone once I have the app installed?
Yeah, it's the second. You get a floating window, which is flexible. You can move it around the screen, and it will be displaying all over your other apps. But at the same time, it won't bother you because it's just in the upper side or down the side of the screen.
So what's the incentive for the ad company to work with you if I'm not interested in seeing that app? I'm just leaving it down in my screen. I'm continuing with my work.
The incentive is that the ad company will improve the ads at that point that it will gain your interest. That's the main goal, since everybody maybe ignores the billboards. But if the billboard is at the fine range, maybe everyone will start looking at it, or at least be impressed by it.
You're done. Thank you. Good
Fine,
luck. Now, 5 minutes for the feedback. We also encourage our local mentors to fill in the electronic form that Ule just shared with all of you. And then at the end of the presentations, we will also read your words from there. And please get ready, Mr. Ardian Rechica of SyncCode, for the 5th presentation. It's time for the 5th presentation, 3 minutes for SyncCode. Good luck.
Hello everyone, I'm Ardian Rechica and I'm going to present GDPR platform on behalf of SyncCode. General Data Protection Regulation is a regulation in EU law that protects data privacy in Europe. But it's available since May 2018, but since then companies are struggling to become GDPR compliant. And the main reason for that is that companies are focused on their business and they tend to ignore compliance and security part. Also, it's hard to implement because it requires high compliance and tech expertise. It is still a new regulation with a lot of uncertainties, and also it has a wide impact on companies. Also, for companies who don't comply with this regulation, they risk to lose 40% of their turnover. And here are some examples of fines in Europe that goes up to $200 million. But your headache is going to go away if you choose to use our advanced platform where you can configure all your business application to become GDPR compliant in just 1 day. Market size for this application is huge. First of all, every startup that you are going to invest is going to need a product, so it will create a cycle of your money. Also, every company that holds personal individual data is a potential customer. But we are focused on small and medium enterprise, and also we are focused on health and banking industries, because these are the companies that need most our product. Our business model consists of our 4 packages based on the number of the applications that companies have. Basic and mid packages are more suitable for startups and smaller companies, while Pro and Advanced packages are more suitable for small and medium enterprises. What we have achieved so far is that we went from prototype, build MVP with clients, and now we have a beta version. For the next year, we are planning to launch an online enrollment, as was asked by clients, and also by the end of the year, we will believe that we will have more than 2,000 monthly recurring revenues. What makes us different from the competition is that we are focused on the technical problems of becoming GDPR compliant, and also we can offer lower prices. Our team consists of members with experience in tech from 4 to 15 years, and also we have been working together in projects for more than 2 years, but we are hiring also for compliance specialists and partnership with them. In order to be able to reach 5K monthly recurring revenue in 18 months, we are asking for $55K. This is a graph of how we are going to use these funds. Thank you.
Thank you, Ardian. Time for questions.
How can you ensure in
Your DG, and if it takes companies today 3 or 4 months and lawyers to do so. So what is the magic, and have you tested this already?
The application will automatically look in their metadata of the databases and will do a pre-estimation of where they have personal data. But also, if they want to be more sure, they can go manually and check this. But it's like a pre-estimation. This is a version that we will be. But also, for if they want to be more safe, we will advise them to go manually and check again if the reports are correct. But we are doing it automatically, and we are using the technical parts of reading to metadata that helps us do it so faster.
Which applications have you connected
already that can prove what you're saying? Have you tested any application? Anything is connected to your metadata today, or is just
the MVP with our client, and also we try to all the connections that we know. But they acquired that in order to try in their companies, they need like an online enrollment, and that's why we set in the roadmap to do an online enrollment when they can enroll and try it before they present to the companies and start to use it. That's why we put on the roadmap online enrollment when they can start to play with it and see if they like it.
So what did you, from the product point of view, what do you have today?
We have a beta version that we have tested with clients. We get feedback and they are happy, but we are planning to do an online enrollment when they can start using, and automatically for 15 days, and then if they like, they will buy. So it's like a sales strategy when they can try for 15 days. If they will be okay, for example, try one application and then continue with other application.
You say online enrollment. So are you installing today locally on the servers? Are you doing this on the cloud?
What do you say?
For online enrollment, it's suitable for the databases that all publicly. It cannot work online enrollment with their local environment. For that part, we need to have a on-premise installment. But it's not in that part. But in order to play, they asked us clients, do we have, let's say, an online enrollment when we can register and start playing with the platform and see how it goes.
Cybersecurity have you installing your programs, because you're touching very sensitive data to access databases. So which level of cybersecurity understanding you and your team has?
I get the question because we need to have access on their data, but just to make sure, after we do every execution, we provide them with a report. So these are the data that the application finds, and they can cross-check if they validate and then proceed with the deletion of data. But we have OpenID and all this latest technology, identity server that helps us to make sure that we are in the good standards. I mean, with access token and open identity servers. So also, if they choose to use on-premise, we can do an integration with the Active Directory, for example, Office 365 as a part of security. So I don't need to create other users or things like that.
It's not that I have most knowledge on GDPR and how, are you saying you'll basically just do kind of the initial assessment, the identification of what needs to be done, but it's not that the company is done and is GDPR compliant once they run or integrate their databases through your application?
The idea is that, for example, if you have a company and you have an application when you have personal data, the application will help you. For example, if a customer says, delete all my data, the developer in your company has to write those scripts to find that record and delete it. I'm talking for structured data in database. And with our platform, it don't need to go manually and write scripts, but it just configure. This was my table, let's say clients, personal data and things like that. Just configure which are the fields, let's say name, surname, address, and then application will generate reports. These are the data for client and delete it. So it's kind of, companies are struggling for GDPR because it requires tech expertise to write those scripts. And for example, the business model of the company, they change fields every day and new requirements, and they again have to rewrite those scripts. So we help them to manage better, because if a new features come in, they just will configure the new features. They don't need to rewrite those scripts.
I understand. If someone pays you a premium package and gets GDPR compliant, what is your potential to get repeated business? What's the incentive for them to continue paying you on a monthly basis?
It's because this is a regulation, it's going to stay. For example, for companies it's attractive because this regulation is here to stay. Also, for example, with COVID, it's a higher processing of data, and they need to have like a regulated and structured for the future, because they will get even more application, even more data, and for them it's good to have a structured way of structuring the personal data and GDPR part. And also, coming the new regulation for personal data. So it will be an advantage for them to focus on their business, but also in other way be compliant with these regulations that can get fines for them.
Tung, hi. I own two companies, and for both of them we actually had to hire big-time lawyers to actually, become GDPR compliant. In one of the companies, we have a large data sets, and what I'm trying to understand is what am I buying from you? Like, is this like a certificate that I'm GDPR compliant, or is it just an identification of mismatches of where I am not GDPR compliant? You mentioned an example of, just a client says, please delete all of my data. A scripture has to be written to do so. In that particular case that you mentioned, our platform, for example, provides the opportunity for each client to go in and click delete all of my data, and that will automatically delete all of the client's data. So that was about 3 questions, I think, and I had to shoot them out all in time. So,
okay, the law requires you to comply to this regulation, and for example, you can do it manually. But if you have a lot of application, a lot of data, it's a problem for companies. That's why we help companies easily become GDPR compliant. But we can, for example, if you had 10 tables where you store personal data and you forgot to configure one, it's not our decision that you do not delete all the personal data, and the responsibility still is yours as a company. But we help easily to become and maintain your compliance in the future. For example, you do not have to, we are tackling the technical problem of becoming GDPR compliant, and also we are planning to partnership with compliance company to give you advices on how to implement this. This is the business model of ours.
Thank you. Abdian, just fill in your feedback forms, and then we invite our last entrepreneur, Mr. Ilir Hoja of Lifestyle Diagnostics, to get ready for his pitch. Mr. Ilir Hoja on stage with his pitch of Lifestyle Diagnostics.
Opportunity. I'd like to ask everybody in the room, how many of you have had people that you know that have suffered from cancer? Raise the hand. Okay, so just this year, my aunt passed away, and a very good friend of mine. What I want to show you now is what I think we've developed a system which I think may help before it happens. So prevent cancer and a few other diseases before it happens. I want to go and put on the video, and we'll get back and we finish this up. Thank you very much.
Breast cancer is one of the most common cancers in women. Do you want to prevent it before it happens? Lifestyle Diagnostics has developed a lifestyle screening system for assessing the risk of breast cancer. This is an innovative testing platform that predicts the risk for breast cancer and encourages lifestyle change. How does breast cancer risk assessment work? You will be interviewed and examined by a health professional. This includes a series of questions about your lifestyle as well as some measurements of your body. Detailed data is recorded and analyzed in our system, which evaluates over 40 features of your lifestyle and other personal characteristics and predicts the risk based on them. And the data is translated into a comprehensible report delivered to you within 24 hours. What are the advantages of lifestyle diagnostics? We offer you disease prevention by reducing health risks, testing without side effects and before the disease occurs, evaluation of over 40 lifestyle features using the latest scientific evidence, and way cheaper care compared to any treatment when you get sick. Schedule your appointment by contacting us at info@lifestyleidiagnostics.com and act before it happens.
This is what we have produced, and we are starting selling it in Kosovo as medical tests via a private institution. We're hoping that we can use the same model as B2B, not B2 client, in other countries. Why we are here today is we're seeking opportunities, partnerships for markets and further development and refination of the product for global markets. I actually have done some homework and, So I have the test for Yeta, and I have brochures for, maybe you can share it with ladies you know. So this is from me. I want to warn you that this is based only on assessment of your lifestyle based on how you report and body measurements, the report you got. We've already developed the version with also blood tests involving several microelements assessment and vitamins. In the future, we're seeking, we will be working on integration of data from Apple Watches or Fitbits and things like that, and maybe even partner with DNA and other companies so we integrate also that in our potential product. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ilir. So it's time for questions from our online mentors. For local mentors, and if there are more questions at the end of the session, we can also invite once again.
How many tests have been made?
In terms of selling them?
No, just statistics. You know, has it? You know, does your model actually, have been tested enough to actually produce accurate results?
I'm not sure if I understand the question.
Before it happens. So, is there enough statistics within the model that can measure that, or can validate your model that, based on those data and information that you receive from an applicant, this strategy or this model or this business concept actually works? For example, just to take an example, have you foreseen for an individual to get breast cancer and they've actually got it, or have you foreseen, I don't know, some?
Yeah, I see. We've not validated our product, if that's the question. This is how we're doing. What we are doing is we are in touch with a cancer center at Dartmouth Medical School called Norton Center for Cancer. And there, with few physicians, one of the ideas is also to potentially validate. But we've not done that so far. The data we use, though, is based on millions of records. And we're not promoting that we're diagnosing cancer. What we are doing is based on the most reliable scientific evidence and based on your behavior patterns. So we match your behavior patterns with most updated knowledge, or for example, in this case, over 40 features of your lifestyle, and then produce a risk assessment report. And the main report, risk assessment report, is that algorithm that calculates that for 8 features. On top of that, based on risk assessment, we give you an idea what lifestyle, and that's the guidelines, the recommendations you get, what you should potentially do, and everything is done automatically.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Ilya, glad to see this has seen so much progress since last time we met. What is your go-to-market strategy? And I heard you're targeting is B2C locally and B2B internationally. Have you started anywhere, and how are you going about it?
We are almost sealing a deal with a local hospital in Kosovo, so one of the good ones. And we think because the size of the Kosovo market, based on our estimation, is about 30,000 women for this particular product. Maybe for other product could be bigger. So this is based on 4% estimation of it was done globally in terms of how many people are interested for these kind of products. So I think it's going to be around 30,000 only Kosovo. And while for other countries we're not moving forward because we want to see how people react here. We don't want to get deeper in terms of money and things without knowing without seeing the initial reaction. So we're hoping to do this during this year, but it was very difficult because all circumstances, finding the right time to do it and everything else. So next year will most likely show us, do we have an interest in the wider market. Otherwise, we've been in touch with people in France, people in Lithuania, who are interested in our product, and maybe that can be challenged, but we've not moved forward in those directions.
Do you need to see customers in person, or is there an online space where somebody can go to take
With this current product, the way we are selling it, you have to visit a hospital. And the test is performed by medical professional. We have thought of other models, and this is why we could potentially need support, and we are here. So, for example, if maybe something can happen just with Apple Watch information, or just with Fitbit information. Or another version was to provide it online as online testing platform where people can sign up, but we have not done anything like that. This is the first version of it. We see what happens with it.
Thank you. It was really great. What is the pricing approximately for one test?
Just the one that Jeta got is 90 euros. This is the price we are negotiating with one of the providers. And if we include blood tests, it can go up to 160 euros. How does it compare with other things? We've done an advanced assessment of the market using contingent valuation, using what's called double-bounded dichotomous choice model, and the prices we've got is based from this kind of stuff. So we had about 300 sample size that we've done this about a year and a half ago. So this is how we came, and also we consulted, and not just like the patient, but also the market people, knowledgeable people from the market. And I'm talking about Kosovo, so this is the price for Kosovo.
So you said you're here to potentially look to develop something online. What do you need from this presentation, from this, what are you seeking?
I think people, for example, most of us in our team are health professionals. We have legal people, we have financial people, but we have no experience in penetrating in bigger markets. So we have to seek that elsewhere, or hire people who can do that for us. And I think the best way to go is through partnerships, because somebody is already doing this, and if we can partner with somebody, who can make that, fill up that gap that we cannot fill by ourselves, might be a way to go. Might be, in the process, the main thing is partnership, I say, and related to the market penetration. I'm not saying money, which is likely involved, but I think that's the main attraction we would see from potential partners.
Just ask for the money. If you have the money, you find the right partners. Be a bit more of a business person.
Yeah, I have to hire somebody for that.
Thank you, Ilya. A big round of applause for all the teams. While we write down our feedback, I would also like, Uli has shared an online polling ballot form. So all our online audience should vote for the best pitch and the best concept for today. While they vote online, I also invite our in-person audience here to fill in the ballot papers and then hand it over to Edi. Edi will collect and then count the votes, including votes, online votes that Uli will be counting. So give us like 3 to 4 minutes. So this is it. We are done with 6 pitches, and also we have counted the votes for the best pitch award and also for the best concept award. To announce the winner of the best pitch award, I would like to invite our local mentor Jeta Zagroja here on stage with me.
God, the drum roll. All right, then the best pitch award goes to Furniture to Buy, Blin Nagovci. Where is he? Did he leave? Oh, but you guys are here, so do you want to take the certificate? It was a really good pitch. Congratulations. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh, check that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now we are announcing the best concept award. So, vegan.
All right, well, I must say that all the pitches were great, all ideas were great. Each of you had worked really hard on your idea. But the best concept award goes to Lifestyle Diagnostics, Eder Hojam, so congratulations. I will gladly shake your hand and say congratulations again. We shall take a really good picture.
So thank you so much. This is it. Thank you, EFSA Entrepreneurship Academy, Startup Wise guys. It's been a great honor to work in with all of you. We are ending this online hybrid event, and take care and happy holidays. Goodbye.